going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the Cold Ale and the Sober Snail. We're just four friends. We enjoy hanging out together. We used to spend a lot of time, just talking and bullshitting, so we figured, hey, why not record it? This is our sort of inaugural episode, something we've considered for a while, and we said, hey, let's get this thing launched. We are... The premise of the show is going to be about a lot of things. It could range from political topics, gaming, new movies, TV shows, anything sort of pop culture, and then it could go as far as urban legends and conspiracy theories. Who knows? That's kind of the beauty of it. We're really looking forward to bringing it to you. So first of all, I think what we're going to do is introduce ourselves. Well, first of all, my name is Ben. I'm 28 years old. I work in pretty much just an average guy working in a R&D research engineering for a company developing new products. As far as personal, just regular 9 to 5. As far as personal life, I live with my fiance. We've been engaged for a year now. She's great. She's actually listening right now and probably judging every word I'm saying. Things I like to do. We've all of us sort of met, playing in college and playing video games. So video games have always been something that we've all really enjoyed, and definitely something that'll be a part of this community if it takes off. I've been in the saltwater fish tank hobby for like a year. I've really been enjoying it. We've kind of went crazy with it. Right now I've got a big 250-gallon build. Bunch of beautiful fish. So if you're into aquariums and stuff, this definitely might be the place. I'd love to make a video and show off what I've got going on. And if you've got something, I'd love to see it. I actually was a cop for 3 years, so I'm really into like guns and stuff. I've got several. This is a very it's going to be a very pro Second Amendment show, no doubt about it. So
he also likes to yell at minorities.
But we like to. I was a nice cop, so yeah, I was a cop for 3 years.
Allegedly.
I did SWAT for 2. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh my god.
Former cop.
We have to just cut this part out. Yeah, I'm not a cop anymore. Sometimes life just happens.
You keep it in.
You're a cop?
I had to
tell me if you're a cop.
That's not
cool people
true.
tell me.
That's totally
Yeah,
false.
no, it's not.
If you're a cop, you have to say you're a cop.
There's case law that you do not have to admit. Trust me. They taught us that in the academy.
No, you gotta walk around saying you're a cop
bootlegger.
like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm a cop. I'm a cop.
Go, detain it, you. I choose you.
So, yeah.
Go, Miranda rights.
As I try to move this forward.
Good luck.
Already a mess.
Hey Ben, what are you drinking?
Love to talk guns, love all that kind of stuff. So I'm always open.
Yeah, what are you drinking? Narc.
For drink, yeah. So since this is the Cold Ale and the Sober Snail, 3 of us, me, Pruitt, and David, are all pretty avid beer drinkers. Tim, although he's the only one in college, actually doesn't really enjoy alcohol, and we love him
Every
anyway.
moment of my life.
So,
Good man.
So tonight I am actually drinking Corona. So it's over the summer. I'm a kind of a seasonal beer guy. So over the winter I like maybe heavier, thicker, sweeter beers. Over the summer I love a good island lager. Corona is my choice for right now. And yeah, so I'll pass it over to Dave. Dave, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody what you're about.
Yeah, name's David. I work in the liquefied natural gas sector and as
Freedom gas.
Freedom Gas now.
Yeah, why don't you tell us where that came from, quick?
So last week, the Department of Energy, the head guy, Rick, is it Rick Perry? He announced.
He's still dead.
They were announcing that they're
I'll do it
going
real
to, we're getting more liquefied natural gas projects coming on in the United States, exporting more. And they coined the term freedom gas. He called it molecules of freedom that we will be selling to our friends and allies across the globe. So yeah,
That's
pretty
incredible.
exciting.
I'm insanely jealous.
Living.
So now you're
So
legally.
I need to update
freedom
my
gas
link for sure.
merchant.
Yes.
Humble.
Humble freedom gas merchant. Hey kid, you want some freedom?
Yeah. That's great.
Anyway, tonight I am drinking. Crack this bad boy open. This one I've been saving for a while. This is Caped Up. It's a beer out of it's called Commonwealth Brewing out of Norfolk.
Cool.
And they distribute only to this one place up here in DC. I'll just read
Ooh.
to you the description. It's brandy and bourbon double barrel aged imperial stout with hazelnuts, coffee, cacao nibs, and vanilla bean. One pint, 12.2% alcohol.
Geez, does someone like massage your prostate while you drink that? Jesus Christ! What is that name?
It pours like dirty like oil when you're changing your car.
Yeah, I was gonna
Drink it or
say.
you eat it with like a spoon.
A fork and knife, preferably.
Oh god.
Do you like one lump of sugar on that, or
I mean, it's incredible.
Oh,
Jesus
wow.
Christ!
It's insane.
That's great.
Anyway, I'm gonna take a sip. It's fantastic. It's like
quick review?
yeah, it's like a dark espresso. It's more like a dessert drink. I don't know. It's not too like you really don't taste the bourbon or anything like that, but the alcohol is definitely like a lot of vanilla. It's super delicious. It's like I don't know, almost I don't know, it's just all around a pretty unique beer.
Sounds potent as hell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really but it's like very drinkable.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well,
Yeah, it's like it's
Sounds
not
like
like
a nap.
it's not like those other bourbon barrels where it's just like too much bourbon and you're like I can't really drink all of this.
Ooh,
Sure.
what
This
was
one
that?
is like more like coffee. This is like having basically like my morning coffee with black no.
sounds like 10% alcohol.
What was that wine we had when I was still working with you, Dave? What was that? The one that was
Oh.
in bourbon barrels. That stuff was. We got hammered off a bottle of that. I've never been hammered off wine. So potent.
Well, there was that one purple Jesus that I made with Ian. Was that the home?
Oh no, the one from Trump Winery.
Oh, Trump wine. Oh, that was the crew.
That was so
like
good.
yeah, it was the Trump wine in a bourbon barrel or Jack Daniels.
Fantastic.
Is that the one we had at the beach?
No,
Oh, it was
that was
different.
well, maybe I did. I don't know.
We
I
had
thought
some
you
wine
did.
at the beach.
Oh.
We definitely did. I
There's
don't
no
know how
doubt.
many different wines he has, but
Well,
Be a
your
lot.
summer beer lasted all of like 4 hours, so I mean,
Right. Yeah, that's true.
it was delicious.
So, David, what about your hobbies?
Oh yeah. So one of my hobbies is brewing beer. When I moved out here a few months ago to DC, one of my requirements for my apartment, since I was moving down from a house to an apartment, was to find like a little den area for my brew lab. So I've got my own kegerator that I've built myself. I could probably hold, I don't know, 5 or 6 kegs right now. I've only got 3 on tap. But yeah, I do all my brewing inside the apartment. I have an all-in-one electric system, and then I ferment in my little room back there, and put my beers on tap. Next weekend, actually, I'm gonna take a keg to a friend's summer party.
Yeah, that
So it
sounds
should
great.
be pretty good. Other than
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I enjoy cooking from time to time, and I also can speak Chinese.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Ding dong.
So can
Apparently.
That was
Well,
quite fluent, let me tell you.
Thank you.
I hope that summer party you're talking about isn't the one with a certain someone that likes to make their burgers like charcoal briquettes.
Like
Oh,
frisbee.
God.
You know which person I'm talking about?
You're gonna have to refresh my memory on that.
Probably should do
Okay.
that all fair.
Yeah, probably.
We can talk about it
So,
later.
yeah, if you're listening out there and you enjoy beer or brewing beer, Dave's definitely got to talk to. He understands the
Indeed.
science behind it and does all that stuff. And he brews really good stuff. So
Yeah, I
no
get
doubt
into all
about
the
it.
engineering and nerding
Sure.
out on the
Yeah, I
measurements.
did take a brewery course in college. I think we all did, and it was really fun. But
Yeah,
I don't remember
Natural Light 24 course pack
for that professor was
every
not happy.
weekend.
If anything's gonna make you want to make better beer, it's a case of fucking Natty Light.
Yeah. Oof. Can't believe. Yeah. I remember when we finally discovered. So we used to drink Natty Light, of course, as everybody.
Natty
did.
Splatties, that's a lesson.
Atta
Really.
But then we discovered
Amen.
that you could get the holy grail of cheap beer was Bush in the orange chemical. That was the
Seasonal,
the
that
Oh
was
my
the seasonal
God.
beer.
always the play.
Seasonal
You
beer.
can get it for like $11,
Oh my god.
24 rack.
They give it
30
away.
rack.
30 rack. 30
Oh,
rack was
They
Lord.
give you a 30 rack with a purchase of like
$15 for a
They're like,
30
yeah,
rack.
fucking take this shit. We don't want it.
It wasn't until after college, but I found the cheapest beer. I don't know if they still make it. Is Costco's Kirkland Light? Comes in a 48
Oh my god!
Wow, they put it behind
It's
a
like
membership.
It's like,
That really must be cheap.
Oh my god!
it's a 48 pack. It's like
Oh my!
it's
Is
a
it
For
monster.
like poverty?
how much?
Oh, it's under $20, I think.
For a 48
Yeah.
pack, so like 50
And it's
cents
like-
a can.
They're almost 5% alcohol too. Oh yeah.
Almost.
Oh, it's
Didn't
nice.
quite make it, but they
Wow.
tried.
Okay,
Probably
well,
tastes like a Keystone, probably.
I could deal with that.
sweet.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to Pruitt. Pruitt, go
All
ahead and tell
right.
us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Pruitt. I work in sort of related to the energy industry. I used to work with Dave a couple years back. Moved back home, and then I got a job at a place that actually sells valves and actuators, digital valve controllers, everything you need for oil,
I
gas,
actually kind of
field,
need an
food
actuator for
service.
one of my projects. I'm gonna hit you up.
There you go. You're probably in our territory. But yeah, no, we sell to all kinds of your giant customers. We sell to GSK, Sunoco. It's probably our two biggest. They make crazy money. I work with a new order management team that was developed. So as the engineers will build stuff and then get their orders in, they never really tracked it. So I've been working with everyone there to try to get my group up to speed, to make sure we have all the information we need to watch an order, place it correctly, buy everything, and then just make sure we can get it in and out the door with no problem.
Have you been there a year now?
July 31st on the dot
That's right.
will be a year. So when I came in, from how it was explained to me, they just basically had like mongoloids punching the orders through, and they were horrible. And now that they're actually hiring intelligent people, they're like, hey, we can make a position out of this. So I'm trying to carve my own spot there and start building a team, which I'm on my way, but
Great.
I'll wait and see what they say at the 1 year.
What do you like to do,
big-
Pruitt?
So I like to party. Actually, I'm a lot of a homebody, but if someone wants to go out for a couple drinks, I'm gonna pound. That's the mystery.
Anything in
So, you never know. But no, I like to stay in. I like to. I've been recovering from a car accident after I correctly predicted everything from 2015 to 2016 election cycle in there for and to beyond. So I think I flew a little too close to the sun, and like young Icarus, I was struck down. I couldn't tell you anything that happened in 2015.
Except in this case, instead of getting too close to the sun and your wax wings melting, you got hit by a car.
Yeah, tomato. But,
To be fair, that's what the Greeks would have used if they knew that existed.
oh yeah, they're like, wait, we just hit people with this shit. But
Islam figured it out first.
Zing.
delivery trucks of peace. Thank you very much. Oh my god. But no, I'm engaged. September 8th, I'll be married. So
What's his
looking
name?
forward to that. Really, I didn't do it to Ben, and then y'all are like,
Such
all
a
right,
simple-
I held back.
such
I'm
a
trying to be
simple one,
reserved.
so effective.
Y'all can suck my balls. But so looking forward to that, just so we can stop budgeting. And
You got to guess Kevin?
I'm done. Here we go.
Yeah.
But no, other than that, not too much. Fought in the meme wars vet.
We all did.
I cannot wait for the next election cycle because I think it's going to be amazing, and
Yeah.
it really is just my favorite pastime. Other than like, I'll go to the gym, browse forums, and see what everyone's crying about,
Yeah, no
and then
doubt about it.
find what the new meme is, making fun of all of them, and then there's your argument. I don't even have to have an argument. I just post a picture. The NPC was the most powerful meme of 2019 so far.
Yeah, I think
That is
a-
unmatched.
I think a component of the show could definitely be a meme review, no doubt about it, or some sort of.
I
I don't
think
want to
so.
copy off like the pews, but
Oh yeah, subscribe.
yeah, subscribe. No, he stopped that. He said,
Did he?
Yeah, he doesn't want that going on anymore. He said,
That's fair. And then I am drinking Palinka. It's a Hungarian alcohol derived from cherries. So, fun fact: if you get like the touristy bottles, like they sell at airports and stuff,
Yeah.
They're smaller and they're dyed red, and they put some cherry pits in there because it's made of cherries. But when you get it, it's actually clear. So it's just been distilled a million times.
Wow.
And I haven't had this since my fiance.
Is it like a beer? It's liquor? Or?
Oh, it's liquor. This is like 50-something%. It smells like rubbing alcohol, so give me a sec.
That's amazing.
Lord.
Holy shit. Okay. So it's very strong. But it does finish like a cherry. It's actually.
This is the guy who thought he could do a power hour with.
Let's save that. We'll save that for another podcast. I'd say we could definitely do one about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is more than 50%. Okay.
All right, Pruitt, sounds good. So yeah,
thank you.
Let's move on to Tim.
That's what they call me. I would describe my life as going through life with painful sobriety, feeling everything from every moment, whether I want to or not. Which is why I'm drinking water.
You're really going emo with this.
You took a darker tone than
Look at my wrists. There's nothing. They're clean.
Right.
I never understood that. I enjoy everything that Maxie does, but I do it all better.
No. Yes.
No.
That's not true.
It's not true at all. Maxie's probably a better chef. That's true.
Yep. What do you like to do, Tim?
Let's see. Enjoy some of those good old-fashioned...
You don't have a job, you're in school, so, right?
No, professional homeless person.
Right.
Vagabond is the professional term.
Been trying to get into a temporary position
Excellent.
as a caretaker for the elderly and the differently abled. Yeah, I was actually going to make that joke, but I didn't.
On God.
All right.
But things don't work. Things don't work very well with that. We'll leave that at that. There's some certain government and stated systems that are incredibly slow.
Yeah.
I never know what Tim is actually up to.
I'm pretty sure.
What are you doing with your life? Studying at school. I always get the same.
He's an enigma. We don't really know.
What do you do for a living? Sales. I work in sales.
Imports and exports.
I'm a consultant.
A consultant. Yeah.
I work at a firm. Well, I do enjoy making very poorly made illustrations.
Okay.
I don't know
Some of those good old-fashioned video games.
Tim is a quality editor.
Incredible editor. He makes some of the best videos.
The vidges. Doing
in like 30 seconds.
When I found Risk of Rain in my Steam inbox, that was the quickest turnaround. I think that was only 15 minutes actually.
Yeah.
Maybe less.
It was blown away. We can get to that story some other day.
But I don't know. General outdoorsy stuff.
It's true.
Isolation, stay inside and not see a human for 2 weeks stuff. I don't know. It
sounds great.
All sorts of things.
Yeah, I think as a group here, except maybe Pruitt, we were looking at maybe doing a backcountry sort of camping trip sometime. Still coming up here, so if you're in the outdoors, that sort of thing, absolutely let us know. We're always looking for places to go, tips, that sort of thing.
Definitely want to do that. Maybe next month or so.
Yeah, I definitely
wouldn't be hard to do. I mean, we're all close enough. So.
Right.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, it'd be a blast. But as you can tell, we're really just four average guys. Nothing super out of the ordinary, but we're looking to, I don't know, we enjoy drinking beer and bullshitting, and we figured, hey, let's record this thing.
Let's monetize it.
Try to,
Need more beer money.
No, I think really our goal is to, create a solid community of people who and entertain and have a good time together. And if you like what we do, hit us up on different platforms. We're always down to play some games or
hit us up on MySpace.
Talk about some stuff. Yeah, Pruitt still has money in MySpace, clearly.
Please visit Pruitt was hit by a car .gov to donate to his robot legs.
Motherfucker.com.
It's not going to pay off. So
is that a car? Question mark.
I am actually completely debt free, and it's nice.
Yeah,
that's got to be nice.
It's pretty all right.
So we're at the
I'll never feel right.
Mark. Well, something we wanted to do. Yeah, right.
I'll get there when I die.
Yeah, whatever. I'll feel fine when I'm dead.
So something we wanted to do, or we thought would be fun, is that we already missed the 15-minute mark, but we're at the 20-minute mark, so we'll just put it here. Since we're all drinking something, we're going to cheers to something. So I'll go with the start. I'm going to cheers to episode 1.
There you go.
Boys.
All right.
Let me hit you with a little roll.
There it is.
Is this crisp? Hang on. You hear that little pop? All right.
That sounds really good.
All right.
Yeah, it really does.
The beer I am having, when it warms up, since it's an imperial stout, it does change in flavor. It's pretty good.
Interesting.
I'm also a little ashamed about how. Maybe I'm just talking it up in my head because
probably
it's too expensive.
Oh, this prestige beer.
Definitely worth the $50 I paid for it.
What's that about debt?
You drink the fucking Keystone and you like it.
So let's go through again, Corey. Again, we're all into video games around here. So I thought we'd go through sort of what we've been playing lately.
Let me summarize Ben's real quick. Rainbow Six Siege, done. Next.
Right. Yeah, you can skip me because that's basically it.
I shoot through walls good.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm a Rainbow Six Siege fanatic. It's really all I'm playing right now. I still am buying games, but I don't play anything else because I'm
He's more the buying games.
Yeah, I just like to buy them and own them.
He's
I don't actually play Siege. So again, if you're out there, I'm always looking for teammates. I solo queue most of the time, typically rank in the gold area. So I'm not anything special. But I also don't have a ton of time to play. Again, I have a fiance, household to run, and
fish to feed.
Fish to feed, damn right. So my time's limited, but as is all of us.
But his love for Siege isn't.
Yeah, but I try to get like an hour a day or more if I can, even though that rarely happens. Yeah, Siege is definitely my big dog. Let's do our favorite games of all time. Or you can even do a top 5 if you want to do that. Okay. I know I'm just like dropping this one on you.
Oh, yeah.
So tell you what, let's just do a preliminary top 5. Maybe next weekend we can even revisit it. Okay?
Sure.
How are you feeling about that? All right, let's do.
I'll give you 1 for my top 5.
I'll give you 1.
Let's do top 5.
I can name which one that is.
Let's do top 5 this generation. Top 5 this generation. Okay. So PS4 and on. Okay.
Okay.
So, because I'd love to do it all the time.
That makes it
I'd love to
easier.
do all the time.
Yeah.
I'd love to, but like for instance, my we can talk about this too. My first console was a PS1, I believe.
Nice.
My parents didn't love me that much.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
you
let me
got a
have
rock.
system.
My first console was
play with a
PS1.
rocket stick.
I actually got an N64 after the PS1,
My man.
which I still love to this day. Perfect Dark was my shit back in the day.
Star Fox 64.
Yeah,
boy.
Star Fox was awesome. And so the
Yeah,
original
fire!
Super Smash, of course.
Smash.
So
we should play Smash after this.
So that's sort of where I started as a gamer. Now I've definitely played some NES stuff and SNES stuff. Big fan of a lot of that stuff. But my expertise really begins with PS1. That's when we sort of got into it. But anyway, so we're gonna do our top 5 of the modern era games. So I'll start, and I'm gonna. This is gonna be tough. I'm sure we're gonna forget about a few things. Number 1 is still got to be Battlefield 4. I used to play Battlefield 4 competitively. We used to play in 16v16s, and even my group could be up to 32 man. I was really good at it. I had about 1,200 hours in it. I was like the number 1 tanker in the United States for a while, I think. In Army.
Damn.
So, yeah, I was really solid at Battlefield 4. That was definitely my favorite game of this generation, no doubt. That game was incredible. And then they just destroyed Battlefield after that, but I don't even want to talk
Yep.
about it. It makes me so sad. Number 2 is definitely Rainbow Six Siege, for sure. Love it. Love everything about it. I love games, how I like to say it, I love games that have a clear skill breakdown. You know, it's not easy. It's something you got to put a lot of time into and really put a lot of effort into to be good at. A lot of games nowadays will really baby you, and, you know, they cater to bad players. I can't stand that stuff. So I love games that are punishing and make you get good. Which brings me to number 3, Dark Souls 3. No doubt about it. Dark Souls 3 is definitely my third favorite game of this gen. It probably would be Bloodborne if Johnny wasn't an asshole and left me behind and I never finished it. So, if Johnny, if you're out there, fuck you. But so yeah, I'm gonna put Dark Souls 3 at number 3. That we put a lot of time into Dark Souls and Fight Club. I think that game was incredible. I like the movement and the fast pacedness. We put I don't know how many hours into it. So yeah.
That game's great. I mean, it's because it's so challenging. It just
like I said.
Did you level Dex?
I did. I think so. Dex and strength. I think I was.
God!
I was a melee build. Yeah. I mean.
You leveled Dex.
We sat at 120. We had like millions of souls because we sat at 125 because that was like.
But you leveled Dex?
For a while. Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
don't know what you're talking about, you caster bitch.
Caster?
There's a caster in here.
I was the class.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold the fuck up.
I can't
You're
do
not
anything
doing-
by myself,
Hey,
so I just hit
Casting was
R1.
honestly. Casting was
you-
honestly broken. So for the first like 90,
It was
well,
broken because you had me and another phantom doing all the work.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking bullshit.
well, let me finish. I said for the first 90% of the game, I had to be handheld, but when you get to New Game Plus, it just melts bosses.
Well, you have 99 int and you have soul stream.
Yeah, right. Fucking
That's
Kamehameha.
bullshit.
Fucking yep. Oh my god. Or you could just run 2 dragon teeth
How
like
are
a
we
fucking
even
man in a
friends?
loincloth.
Just
saying.
With that.
So all right, so we could do a whole series of episodes on Dark Souls for sure, and I'm sure if this thing keeps going, we'll get there because we're all big fans of Dark Souls. Number 4, I'm gonna put as The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Fair.
Absolutely love that game. I put lots of time into it, and believe it or not, I never actually finished it. So, because I'm up to about 700 and some Korok seats. So, a little like how I play games is I'm very neuronic. Is that the right word?
Neurotic.
Moronic.
Yes, moronic.
Moronic. Yeah.
I
Moronic.
am a stats and inventory just fiend, and so I have I have to clear the map, and that's why I never tried a game like The Witcher 3 or anything like that because it's just too much for me, and I'd lose my mind trying to clear the map. So that's kind of how I am with it, and that's why
He's also a hoarder in real life.
and I am I am a weapon hoarder, and where I have like the almost all royal / Lionel weapons. I mean, it's retarded. So so I'm gonna say number 4 has got to be Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Number 5 might shock you. Everybody knows I'm a huge Far Cry fan, so I got to give it to Far Cry 5. I absolutely love Far Cry 5. I understand that the critique is that it's just more Far Cry, which I totally get, but I absolutely adored it. I thought it was great. I thought the world was great. Shooting can always be a little better in Far Cry, but still, all the guns and the events and all that stuff they put out, the animal companions, I just loved it. I thought it was awesome. I loved the vehicles. It was just so much fun. My fiance even played through it. She really loved it. Oh shit! I just realized I forgot GTA 5. Okay, so I'm gonna throw GTA 5 in there as an honorable mention. But really, it should be like number 3.
Okay.
GTA 5 is incredible. We put a ton of time into just grinding, and we I don't want to be this guy, but like we were like the OG GTA 5, like where you before the heist and you had to grind out those missions for like or like no money, and we spent hours and the countless all-nighters just grinding.
That was
just to
back
buy a
when you
tank.
both ate like 500 pounds of Taco Bell to try to win a PS4.
That's right. We were trying so hard. Years off my life. But
Worth it.
yeah, so that's kind of me. I'd say as far as genres, it goes first-person shooters, then like action, adventure, open world type stuff are usually what I go gravitate towards. But then really one that came out of nowhere was Dark Souls. I mean, that I just absolutely adored. So yeah, that's sort of me. Let's go over to David.
Yeah, sure. First one, number one is I got to go to with God of War. That game is flawless.
Very fair.
You trying to hold some devil's pot of tea?
That's
devil's pot of tea.
Well, like I liked the old ones, but this one went in a completely new direction. It's very story focused. I tend to like games that are more like story heavy, that have
they
good
really turn
stories
Kratos into a character besides just like a scary maniac.
Instead of just anger.
But
What's his character? He's upset.
I won't spoil it, but the ending had a really good twist at the end that I liked.
I can't believe that Fiona chose to be an ogre. I really couldn't believe it. And then he looks at her and says,
Princess
is supposed to be beautiful. And he says, you are beautiful. And man.
Oh my god.
Still reeling from that.
So good.
I hate you so much.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, his number 2 is Shrek Super Slam. For the GameCube.
God damn it. He's got a script. It's bullshit.
That was really good.
He's got if-then statements.
Okay. Ooh,
Shit.
yeah, I don't really know how to rank the other ones, but I definitely Siege is up there. Just because I've put so many hours into it, and I like it's definitely the best shooter of this generation of console for sure.
Besides Battlefield 4, yes.
Yeah, I couldn't really get into that one, but
I love Battlefield 4.
Nah, I agree. I think Siege is like a better shooter. Like, I'd agree with you. But I just think of all the fun I had with Battlefield 4. That's why I have to give that number 1.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I like Siege.
Is revolutionary, though. I love it.
Yeah, it's novel. It's its own original thing, sort of. I also really like the Middle Earth, Shadow of War, Shadow of War type games.
Very solid.
I still have to finish the second one. I'm just taking my time with it, but those are really great games.
I've heard the second one's not as good as the first, though. Is that accurate?
No, it's got it's like the first one, but then bigger, like 5 times bigger. Bigger map. A lot.
No, there's some aspects of Shelob that are bigger.
Yeah, so I think it's just as good. Just kind of like stretches the story out a little bit, but it's a good, solid game. Let's see, what else do I play? I really like. This is a new game I just picked up. Is the Total War 3 Kingdoms. That's by far.
God, I've heard about this. Yeah.
It's by far the best Total War game they've made. So the one thing I always hate about Civilization or Total War, the AI usually tends to suck, whereas you can't really have diplomacy with them. At one point or another, no matter how nice you are, they always tend to like team up against you, or the AI kind of cheats. This one, they finally fixed diplomacy. If you could probably win the game without even like really waging war. You could just do diplomacy.
I'm looking at it on Steam right now. It's still $60, but it's got great reviews.
Yeah, but they definitely fixed that. So you can you can use your influence to do proxy wars, so you don't really get in trouble. Starting a war, you can just use your influence on another civilization and have them fight that war for you.
Yeah.
And then you can just sort of start annexing other places and building your kingdom that way. It's really challenging. Yeah, I've put a lot of hours into it. I still haven't finished it. I might have messed up. I could end up losing. But it's really good.
But I like games like that. You don't find games like that actually will let you like lose.
Yeah, not at all.
Now if you die, you just like pop back up where you started or where you died. It's just like
the trick to that game is save and save often.
Yeah.
Definitely helps out. What am I at? 5? Last one?
3.
That was.
You did God of War.
Oh no, I'm at.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, that was 4, I think.
Yeah.
Total War,
Okay, yeah.
And then Shrek.
Shrek, yeah, of course.
No, that's a number 1.
help me out here. What else do I play? Oh yeah, of course Souls. But yeah, we've already sort of said that. Another one that's good is I like the new Tomb Raider series. Ever since they did the reboot,
Yep.
I like those platformer. Just like a simple game. I don't have to think too much, and it's just kind of relaxing.
The puzzles are fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're not bad. And then also, since I travel a lot, I have a Switch, so I like to pick up good games on there. And I got one the other day, the old Crash Bandicoot. So it's like reliving.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Heard of that.
So that's my new ringtone.
Wait, do it again for it.
Oh,
That wasn't me.
Oh.
I mean, I can booga booga.
Who did that? Tim?
That was me.
Oh.
I said it is literally my ringtone.
Crash Team. Okay, I'm just gonna throw this
There
out
it is.
there. Hashtag hot take. Crash Team Racing is better than Mario Kart.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I've always
Crash Team
thought that.
Racing was
Hmm.
the bomb.com.
Yeah, it was just better.
Hmm.
They tried to do that with the new Mario Kart to have like a battle.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Crash Team Racing was awesome. Anyway, sorry. Pruitt, what do you got? Top 5 this week?
That's tough.
We're gonna go around and do what we're playing this week too. But anyway.
Oh yeah. So just the last couple of years, I'm gonna put just for everything else I played. Like I love a good shooter, but like I still go back to Battlefield 4. So I'm gonna put that at like number 5 for me.
Sure.
Just because I love dropping an RPG halfway across the map. Like I bet I can hit a helicopter from here,
Dude,
and then you just see it go up and smoke.
I've got
And you're
so
like,
many just ridiculous
that's recorded.
clips from
Yeah.
Battlefield 4.
tank rounds halfway across the map. What else did I like? Number 4, I would have to do. I have to do like Darksiders franchise. I love those games. That was like everyone's like, oh, it's a God of War ripoff. I was like, it's had its own comic for a few years, but just the voice acting's amazing. Mark Hamill's in it is like one of the spirits that's like tied to you and giving
Is
you
he
a
in,
hard
like-
time.
He's like in 1 of 10 games. That's like what he does.
Oh yeah, that's all he does. Yeah, I was like, I recognize that voice, and then he's like, "Go fuck yourself," and he's like, "Well, yo, that's Mark Hamill."
That's great.
What else? Number 3, Warframe, free to play, but like the content's great, support's great, the community is half great and half brain dead, which I think makes a great community for anything because then you have
Hey, Pruitt,
the
can I
people that
pause
just
you
spam
there?
trades it.
We missed.
where do I fall in? Is that what you're gonna ask?
No, we missed another cheers. So David, cheers me
Ah.
something.
Ooh,
Shit. I wasn't
No,
ready
you
for
take-
this.
no, you take-
Cheers to
Pick a game, any game.
I'll pick a game. Cheers to Smash Brothers.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Him just texted me.
Woo, that's spicy.
Great. So sorry, Pruitt. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, you're good. Yeah, like they just had another update, and I swear to God, every like 2-3 months we find out we're getting a bunch of new stuff again that you don't need to pay for again, and it just keeps coming out. I'm like, wow, this is actually really nice.
Yeah, that really seems to be the trend nowadays. I'm pretty happy they've gotten rid of like paid DLC. Most now it's coming out free. They're just trying to nickel and dime you on like cosmetics and stuff, which I'm
is
pretty
cool.
happy about. You know,
Rainbow Six Siege.
I just dropped $30 the other day just so I could get more coins.
There's
of
always
cool
someone
ones and
stupid
shit.
enough to waste their money on them.
You're looking at it.
You know, cheers to those people.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
I'm gonna pour one out for them.
Number 2 for me has definitely been Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
Getting it on console and then PC was awesome. Just because to see like they totally redid the game. Like there used to never be more than one monster on the screen. Then they had to remake the whole maps to have it so it's one big ecosystem you can just run in and out of, and there's 3 monsters on the field at a time. It's crazy. And then they're doing their first, I think it's their first paid DLC like ever with Iceborne coming out. But I mean, it's knowing them, it already looks like it's another game. So worth it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, of course I'm going to pay for that. And then number 1 was fucking Doom, because they nailed that shit
Dude,
and brought it back from like, oh yeah,
Dude, I
from the
opened up
90s to
Steam,
now.
and I saw the pre-order for Doom Eternal, and I was like, damn it, I should have put Doom 2016 on there. That game was ball.
Oh, hell yeah. I was like, I wonder how they're really going to do with it. And
that
then
game
the
was
movement.
bad to the bone.
Dude, the movement is still the same. Like, it's
Yeah.
that quick, multi-axis. You kind of just run around. You're the same speed moving. And then they added executions. So I'm like, oh, great.
The executions are dirty.
I love
But
when a
they're
developer
so
just
fast.
gets it. Like they just
Yeah.
got it. They didn't try to put nothing in it. They just took
Oh, yeah.
classic Doom and they made it right. Like, thank God.
They're like, you know what everyone wants?
Yeah.
Killing
You wanna-
demons with chainsaws and heavy
Yeah.
them. What do you want?
I don't need a backstory. I don't need.
There's no
you know.
voice actor for
But-
the fucking main character.
I
It's
should have said
amazing.
there is a backstory if you really want to sit and read all that.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. If you really want to read the lore, you can, and that's the best.
Oh yeah,
part
you
about
have
it.
those demon statues you can find. It's like
Yeah.
stage. You're just like,
Is that Alex
and, like,
Jones?
you hit it. Yeah, you just hit it.
Long may he
keep
reign.
But when they redid the berserk power up, so you could just like put your hands through a guy's chest and just split him in half, I was like, you know what? I think they played Doom when they were younger.
Yeah.
That was the top.
Yeah, great respect to the original IP. It was just flawless. Anyway, enough jerking off Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Go next.
I know I'm right.
That was all his 5, right?
Yeah, that was my
Your
5.
Okay.
5? Okay, awesome. All right, Tim, you are up. Top 5.
Oh God.
Of this generation.
Oh my God. Shark Super Slam.
So, oh yeah, that's 1 through 5. Done.
What is it? Dark Souls?
Shrek Super Slam.
1 through
So,
5. Wow.
Oh.
Number 1 has got to be Call of Juarez Reloaded for the GameCube.
That's not this generation.
Number 2,
Yes, it is. Just barely, but yes, it is.
let's go with Maple Story for
Number 1's RuneScape. I'm
for
calling it.
Leopard. I think it was on. Number 3, let's go with Planet Side 1 for minutes. 4, Vanilla Warframe.
He's going all the way.
Oh, I hate you so
and
much.
5,
Call of Juarez. Who the fuck knows that game?
Five's got to
People played that.
5's got to be
Oh.
Red Steel 1 for the
Who the fuck knows
shit.
that?
Wii. I can't really put things in order so that well. So I'll just say let's go with with Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne. Dragon's Dogma was pretty good.
Destiny, you play a lot of that.
Yeah, Destiny 2 is a very spicy meatball.
That it is.
Was it a 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Yep.
3.
You
See,
just
this is
dropped
why.
this on us, Ben. We didn't have prep time. What the
I
fuck?
said it could be wrong.
Yeah, you can give
We
me 3 days of
revisit
this.
it.
I couldn't figure it out.
Revisit it.
I don't know. Monster Hunter is also a spicy meatball. I don't really know what my favorites are.
Yeah. But that's
We
kind
played a lot
of
of Divinity Original Sin. That was
Oh
Yeah, fucking Divinity. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Divinity was also a spicy meatball.
Kill everybody.
Yeah. All right. I think it also might be fun to do like what we played last week and what we're gonna play this week. Would that be fun?
okay.
Ooh.
Ark Survival Evolved.
I would be so down for
Don't
that
you
back.
threaten me with a good time, Tim.
I'll keep threatening you till you
Oh,
take me
you
up
know
on
what?
something.
That reminds me. We all just fucked up our lists. We didn't. No one said Titanfall 2.
Oh
I
my
was
God,
gonna
I
say
forgot
that,
about
and I
Titanfall
was like,
2.
you know what?
Spicy meatball.
It feels
I
a
forgot
lifetime
about that.
ago.
Yeah,
You
that's
guys
a
fucking-
damn crime. That game was phenomenal.
Yeah, there's also other stuff like it doesn't apply anymore, but Overwatch was really good.
Yeah,
It
it
was.
was good.
But then it made me hate it.
All I played was Reinhardt. So all I could do was hit things with a hammer.
I still like Overwatch.
Well, hey, let's just table this, and maybe once a month we do our top 5, and
I don't know if I mentioned Devil May Cry 5. Devil May
ooh,
Ooh.
So what is that game? I don't get it.
Pull my devil trigger.
I've seen like the preview for it, but it makes no sense.
So
Imagine you're upset because some guy you're working on a. All right, let me set the scene. You're working on a car. You're working on a car, and a weird hobo man comes into your garage. You're like, you know what? I tell you what, you hungry? You look hungry. We just got dinner's ready. You can come eat with us. It'll be great. Homeless man just kind of breathes heavy at you. So like, that's strange. And then, your demon arm, you have a demon arm.
That's been established.
And you think to yourself, well, that's a little queer. My arm's glowing. It doesn't usually, it's a demon arm, but it doesn't do this usually. Homeless man flips you. You get up off the floor. Everything's wet. You're like, what's this liquid? Oh, it's blood. Oh, my arm's not attached anymore. And he leaves with your arm.
I'm gonna go.
Now you're just a very upset person with one arm and one gun with 2 barrels. You have a double-barreled Magnum revolver. Fires 2 shots at a time. And you're very upset. That's how it starts.
That's about right.
Sold.
I'm gonna buy this.
Downloading now.
Oh my god.
I would probably go play that if it wasn't because I just got reminded of Doom. I'm gonna go play that. While we've got a break here, we're gonna get back on the 15-minute cheers track. So Pruitt, cheers me something.
That one day Jerusalem may be Constantinople.
Well, your audio kind of broke up. You want to do that again?
It's Istanbul.
Yeah. Did it? Oh my god. Yeah, make Istanbul Constantinople again. Bam.
There it is. Cheers.
That was a loud clink.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, we'll do let's do like what let's go over what's kind of coming up this week for us, and we'll go over sort of what we're going to be playing this week. So for me, Rainbow Six Siege. No fun.
Really?
Literally it.
I know I know that came out of nowhere, but
It's like, wrap this shit up. I gotta go play.
I have many challenges that are awaiting me after we're done recording here. Definitely Rainbow Six Siege. I finally got the Division 2 on PC, so I'm gonna try that out.
Hey.
This
Oh, we
week.
can play that together.
Yeah, so I think that'll probably wrap up this week. As far as consoles, I'm just gonna put this out there so that I have all the consoles, so I can pretty much play on anything. That's the best way to game if you're gonna game. PC, PS4, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. You just can't go wrong. So I'm pretty much open on everything. I mainly
Do you
play
have
on
an
PCs.
NVIDIA Shield?
Yeah, the only one I missed.
Dreamcast.
I like to play most things on PC just because it looks better and it's just the right way to play. But there are some things I like to play on console too, especially like any PS4 exclusives, of course. And then it's just some games just more couch games. Like God of War was excellent, of course, and that's just one to me that you just want to play on a couch. So this week, Rainbow Six Siege and Division 2 are definitely going to be probably 2 I'm going to jump into. What about you, David?
I was trying to get back into Breath of the Wild last week.
Yeah.
So I might continue with that. I started it and I'm like, it had been months since I had played it.
Yeah.
So
Thinking about buying the DLC, even though I still have no idea what's in it.
I don't have any quests
It's
really. I
probably
don't know where to go or what to do.
I tried searching online for what's actually in it, and other than costumes, I don't.
There's
It's very unclear
isn't there like
as
a
to what is
motorcycle
actually
that
in
you can
it.
feed apples?
Yes.
What?
There's like
There
a
is.
motorcycle that you can feed
Alright.
apples to like
That's
fuel it.
that's a little retarded.
I want
And shooting lasers from your sword in a fairy isn't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So this week I might continue with that, but you guys are getting Division. I don't know about that.
Well, it's free right now.
For how long?
it. Till today, I think.
Till today. But like,
I think it's
still,
just
like,
a weekend.
it's the same thing where it's there's a group of enemies and you shoot them.
I want to say it's actually on sale.
Is it on sale?
I think 40% off, right?
I'm gonna go check it quick. I think it was like
You know what? I'm gonna
33%
go
off.
back to playing For Honor instead. That was
Attaboy.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to go. Not a bad way to go.
Incredibly! Inviable! Incontinent!
Incontinent.
Ad mortem inimicus!
So we've all cut our teeth on For Honor. I personally don't like it. Everybody else does.
Love that game.
Ben doesn't like games that reward skill.
I swear to God.
Oh, God.
1v1 me For Honor, then.
1v1 me sent. Let's go.
I just don't
360
get
no
it,
scope.
dude.
I'll even let you pick Ion.
So you have a weapon, it's either blunt or pointy or sharp, and you kill the other guy.
It's
Sometimes it's both.
such an original game. It's a new.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I was, I had a flight to Houston and I watched the Netflix has a documentary on the guy who created it.
Oh, yeah, he's just a big old weapons nerd.
Yeah,
A big medieval weapons nerd.
That's crazy.
And he knows how to, like, use all of them. I think he does the
Oh, yeah.
motion cap. Like, he's the director for it.
Yeah, he was.
He's like, no, you gotta, like,
director.
jump backwards because of the weight of the handle. I'm like, what the fuck?
He does a lot of the voice acting too.
That's fine. I thought they all kind of sound the same.
I think
Yeah.
it's like
It's
If you don't
basically
play,
him.
if you don't play Shigoki, you're not playing because if you're not the thickest man on the map, you are just not a threat. And once they gave him the mountain execution from Game of Thrones, where you just crushed the guy's skull, I was like, all right.
to be,
Alright.
like, to be fair, I think it's a
To be
good
fair.
game. I just don't really like. I've never liked fighting games very much. So
That's fair.
to me, like, Johnny used to whip my ass, and apparently Johnny's going to be a part of the show now. Johnny used to, like, really learn all the moves and stuff, and I just never cared. So,
Dude, Johnny and I would fucking plow ass in 2v2s for that, like, strip we had. He's like, you're pretty good on scent. I was like, you're pretty good on Lawbringer. And then
Johnny's
And
Lawbringer.
Rest
he did a
is-
different kind of plowing.
rest is...
Johnny's Lawbringer was a force to be reckoned with.
It's horrifying. I never want to fight it.
It's nasty.
He's just going to grab your ass out of the air and throw you and just be like, fuck you. And everything you stand for.
Well, where were we going with this? David, yeah, so what do you, go ahead and finish up.
Oh yeah, next week. I don't know. I was continuing with Zelda, but if you guys are, I'm not gonna get the division.
Sure.
I'm just.
Fair enough.
It's genuinely not a good game.
What are you playing this
Okay.
week?
The only reason I was saying I'll play with you is because someone bought it for me. Because they knew I would never buy it on my own.
I'm enjoying it. Division 2 is pretty good.
Yeah, I usually like
I think
the
it-
shooter type. And I
It
hate
has
that word.
it has a lot of good fixes from the first division. Like Dark Zone isn't as OP. Like if you have a Dark Zone build, you're not just going to be a god. Which
think
I
the
think
cool-
pissed off a lot of the year one folks. So they stayed in year one to do Dark Zone, which is cool because now Dark Zone is everyone just kind of like running around hacking into shit, just be like, "Oh, hi man, what's going on?" And every now and then you can shoot a guy, and it's hilarious because they don't expect it.
The coolest thing about it is that it's a recreation of DC.
It's
So-
pretty 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really pissed because I was looking for the old post office. I found it, and I was like, "Oh, you can't go inside."
Once they really got me with the DC Zoo DLC. That sounds like a
The old
blast,
post office
so.
is now Trump National, right?
It is. Can't go inside. I also don't know why they don't label the buildings. Like they could just. I don't think there's some kind of copyright on like some of the museums, and I don't know. It's strange
They just might not want their likeness. I don't know. That's tough. That could be
because some like they can say that's the White House though.
right.
Like for Bill, like I know if you can't say, "Oh, here's the Kinkos," but like, what's wrong with what is this? Not the Lincoln? What?
This is the other link.
Who is that? Is that Jim?
So
just-
it all takes place in DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, maybe I will get it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh yeah,
Probably walk up to your apartment.
Yeah.
he's gonna shoot all the homeless outside because he's heartless.
All right, Tim, what are you playing this week?
Well, tournament coming up soon in Shrek Super Slam.
sorry. I'm still laughing because there's a guy that was like taking a shit outside of a CVS.
He's probably in the game.
San Francisco?
But let's see here. Well, it's by the sounds of it, I might be playing some Division,
Damn right.
possibly. I might be playing some For Honor.
Nah.
Absolutely. That's 100% chance.
I'll make sure that's downloaded later. I definitely we'll be doing some Destiny 2.
I gotta say, Destiny did kind of impress me.
Well,
Now that they kind of went free to play, and you can do that whole,
yeah,
that would kind of make me maybe want to get back into it. But
there's all the year one stuff is going to be free for you
yeah,
because they recognize that one of the problems is, or the problems with like it's the same with like if you start playing like WoW. I don't know why you'd start playing WoW, but you'd be like, oh well, I want to play. Okay, well, I don't have Cataclysm.
yeah,
Or I don't know the WoW expansions, but it's a whole puzzle piece. The whole thing's a puzzle, and you're just like, well, I don't have this, I do have this, so I can play this with you, but I can't do that.
yeah.
So they're just like, well, Activision doesn't make us money grubbers anymore, so we're just gonna give it to you because they can't stop us anymore.
Them breaking their like Activision partnership was a great play.
Yeah,
I
it's
think Destiny
fantastic.
can really come around now.
That, and I'm really excited about it coming to Steam for a number of reasons. One of
yeah.
which is I can sit in bed and Steam Link Destiny to my laptop,
Nice. Dig it.
and then
So
just
how
play like that.
how does Steam Link? Does that work well? So it basically just casts it from your
Yeah, it's
PC,
just
right?
it literally just streams your stuff to something with a processor.
Yeah.
Interesting. So do you need? Okay, so you download Steam. On
Yeah,
that.
it's just on Steam.
Interesting. So
You might
does
even
it?
be able to. I wonder
So
if
you could
do
do it
with
on a
like
laptop that doesn't have.
Yeah, you could do it on your
game
crappy
ready.
laptop as long as it can
Really?
stream like a movie. It can do it
Huh.
because it does all the processing on
So
your
since
desktop.
I travel a lot, I could leave my PC on at
In
just bring a
theory,
laptop.
you
Yeah,
could.
You might have some crazy latency though, because you've got.
Do you have to be on? Do you have to be on the same Wi-Fi network, or is it like
No.
through internet? Okay.
So it like if your PC is running and it's in Alaska and you're in Texas, as long as you just open Steam on your laptop and you hit play, or if it's set up already, then just hit play. It starts it on your laptop. It starts it on your desktop and it just streams it on over.
Gotcha. Okay.
Dig it.
Cool.
So that'll be a spice meatball.
Yeah, you might have latency issues though, because like when you make a command
Oh,
on
yeah,
your
I'm sure.
keyboard, it's got to go all the way back to your PC and then get. So that's the only thing that might.
Mhm.
You gotta have great. Your hotel's gotta have like great Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
but
you'll probably want to play. You can probably play like Tomb Raider and stuff and not do For Honor because you probably get a little infuriated. You're
Yeah, I've got
cross
my
country.
shit.
But yeah, Destiny is looking real good. Getting back into raiding finally. Just did one. I'll have a story for later.
Yeah.
I just did two the other day. Having a grand old time with that.
Great. Well, yeah. So that we're almost at an hour here. So
Not
I
bad.
think we've got time for one
that's pretty
more
good.
cheers, and then if anybody's got any final thoughts, I think maybe next week we'll try. We kind of talked about games and stuff this week pretty heavy, so maybe next week we can
Yes,
revisit that a
TV
little bit,
shows
and then maybe
something
something else.
else.
Yeah, I mean we're all kind of TV shows and movie buffs, so it's always
3.6
something to talk
Ronkin.
about.
Do
Not
we wanna-
good, not bad.
Do we want to attack the Snapchat daily? I think we got time for that.
Oh no.
I haven't prepared, but I mean, I can take a look real quick. So we
hey,
thought
let's
about
take
doing.
a look.
Let me introduce this real quick. So we thought about doing a segment called just basically the worst thing we saw on Snapchat Discovery that week.
It's all of it.
So it's all awful,
There's
but
no-
since I didn't really prepare, I'm just gonna go through what's on there right now. But if you guys want to
Same.
go ahead, who's got one?
I know Tim and Dave have one deck.
I pulled up. It's called "Hooked on the Look." White woman wants to be black.
You don't say.
That's awful.
My personal favorite from today's is Bella shares topless pics to foil hacker. Got him. Fucking got him.
I don't know if you heard any of that, but it was pretty terrible.
Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
know. I won't even click these. New Kardashian single drops. Oh, fucking
here's-
boy.
I would
Bikini-
rather read
Bikini
tabloids.
Bistro.
Yeah, I was
Is it
just about ready to
empowering
read
me?
that one. Damn you. So, yeah. What do we think's the worst one?
Oh my
Probably
god.
a white woman wants to be black. That's
That's pretty
awful.
bad.
It's kind of convincing though. She
Yeah.
does look.
Dear we God. Oh, here we
World's
go.
heaviest child loses 220 pounds.
Congratulations. Now it's just a child.
Hold on.
Like, who gives a shit? Your kid's not gonna die of a heart attack at 5.
Good
Congratulations.
Lord, this is awful. I got a clue.
Here we go. Join every morning. Join every moment. Join TikTok.
Please
How about
don't.
now?
This is so stupid. These snacks are just like us. Weird, but worth it. And it's macaroni and cheese with like tiny pickles thrown on top.
What?
Like, what the hell?
God.
Here we go. Chris Brown better stop messing with his exes. Why does he keep fucking hitting them again? Like, what fucking kind of
Chris Brown
headline
is
is
a
that?
gigantic piece of shit, yet they still keep
What
feeding
the
him
fuck?
money.
God.
Oh god.
How far down do these go? Do
Oh,
they
it
just
probably
make them
just
up
goes
like as you
forever.
scroll? like as you scroll, they're just popping up.
I don't even know if they're
Student-
real.
Forever.
Maybe they're just bot created.
They might be.
Student has
I wouldn't
15
even-
operations in a year in a bid to look like Barbie.
And they're all
Oh, God.
ads too. It's like clickbait.
Yeah, they're not even. Oh god,
That's true.
who has the longest tongue on Snapchat?
All right, that's
What
enough
the
of that. I
fuck?
can't take
Yeah.
it anymore.
Oh, I just found the pickles thing. Oh god, that's why
So, I
on
think
Kraft mac and cheese. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
This couple are obsessed with snakes.
this is such
Oh my
garbage.
god, that's a segment right there. We just fucking rattle them off. Let's look at this shit.
Well, next week, let's take a look at it
It's
throughout
an
the
affront
week
to God.
and really try to bring
Yeah.
a zinger in on the week.
All right, you get it.
Try to take a screenshot of it, or what are we gonna do? But yeah, I don't know. Next week we can maybe look at some current events, some politics. So yeah, I think that's what we'll sort of go with this show. See what it evolves into. I think we got time for one more toast. So go ahead, Mr. Tim. You got to toast something.
That's what a toast is.
Are you flipping a coin?
Cheeky breaky.
Cheeky.
Blit.
Cheers.
He's blin.
All right, guys.
Rush B.
This was pretty fun. I really enjoyed it. I hope everybody who might listen to this does too. We're going to put it out on pretty much every service I can think of. And
Indeed.
yep, please, if you do haven't listened, leave us some feedback or some comments, or you can
Send nudes to soup.snail.
Also include your Rainbow Six Siege KDA.
And we'll get back to you.
I need to look you up on R6 tab first before we play again.
The one with the lowest will be invited to Ben's next comp match.
The worse, the better.
All right. Yeah, so today, let's just mark this. Today is June 16th, 2019. I think we're going to release this towards the end of the week, maybe on like a Thursday. We'll try to get it edited and put out on that day. We'll go from there, and we're probably going to do this as a weekly thing.
Yes.
And as we get feedback, or if anybody, feels differently, we can adapt as that comes, so. All right, everybody take it easy and have a good week.
Sounds good.
And we'll see you next week.
All right, see you later.
Bye, everybody.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta stop the recording here.